Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning guys. Thank you for the time that given to me. Here I am to introduce myself. My name is Talitha Rizki Ghaisanni Rioeh and you can call me Talitha. Now I'm gonna present something that really interesting and it's related to the final project from Diploma System Information School of Applied Science at Telkom University, and the title is Water Complaint Service Application for Customer, Web-Based, and SMS Gateway at PT Aetra Air Jakarta. But first, we must to know what is PT Aetra Air Jakarta. PT Aetra Air Jakarta is a regional drinking water company that is responsible to efforts to provide service to the community in the clean water service sector, namely clean water that is suitable for consumption and is suitable for other community needs. Customer complaint service that are still manual often make customers who have to come to report the complaint so they must come to the place directly. The water complaint service application for web-based customer at PT Aetra Air Jakarta is expected to be a solution to these problems with the presence of features such as adding data for filling complaints, monitoring the status of filling customer complaint, and it's expected to facilitate the process of water complaint service for this customer. In the development of this application, using the waterfall method and using the Code Igniter framework and MySQL database. With this application, it's expected that the water complaint service process for this customer can be used maximally. In making this application, the method used is the software development lifecycle, or SDLC model, with the waterfall model. This method takes a systematic approach starting from requirement analysis, design, coding or implementation, testing, and finally, maintenance. So let's go to the first step, that is requirement analysis. Analysis is the stage of analyzing the things that are required in the implementation of software development or development project. In this case, the analysis is carried out by analyzing the documents used in the complaint service at PT Aetra Air Jakarta and complaint service implementation procedures. At this stage, the search for information that can be obtained through the interviews. Interviews were conducted with the head of equipment and maintenance and service section. The result of this interview are used as a reference in developing this application. The second step is design. The application design carried out at the stage will use ML diagrams, business process mapping using BPMN, determine the attributes and entities contained in the database with ERD. Determine what features will be available to each user, make display design with mockups to determine the initial appearance of the application to be created. The third step is implementation or coding. At this stage, coding of all the result of design begins to be used as function aimed at helping user carry out activities related to the previously designed function. The tools used coding the application are Sublime Text Tree. The fourth step is testing. At testing stage, the application will be tested through the black box testing concept. This aims to test whether the application that is made still has error or not, and also to find out whether there is logic that is not in accordance with the proper business process flow. And the last step is maintenance. Maintenance is the final stage in the waterfall model. This is maintenance includes fixing the match and a box in the application. However, this stage will not be involved in the development of application made in this final project. After we know the method, we must check for the modeling tools. We have 4 modeling tools, and that is class diagram, ERD, PPMN, and use case. So we start from the first, and that is class diagram. Class diagram are diagrams used to present classes components, and the relationship between each class. In this addition, class diagrams describe the types of objects in a system and the various kinds of static relationship that exist between them. Class diagrams also shows the properties and operations of a class as well as the limitation contained in the object relation. Move to the next tools is ERD. The most widely used initial database modeling is the Entity Relationship Diagram, or ERD. ERD was developed based on set theory and mathematics. ERD used for relation database modeling. Next is PPMN, or Business Process Modeling Notation, which is a standard for graphical representation to define and describe business process issued by the Open Management Group. And the last is use case diagrams, are diagrams used to describe the relationship between the system and the actors. We don't just have to know modeling tools, we have application builders tools too. First is MySQL. MySQL is one of the types of database server that is very well known and widely used to build web applications that use database as a source and data management. MySQL is a database that was first supported by script programming language for the internet, or PHP and Perl. MySQL and PHP are considered to be the ideal web application development software partner. MySQL is more often used to build web-based application, and generally the application development use the PHP script programming language. Next is XMPP. XMPP is a software compilation that builds Apache HTTP server, MySQL, PHP, and Perl. By using XMPP, the installation of software package needed for the web development process can be done very easily, without having to be done separately. The last is CodeIgniter. CodeIgniter is a framework for the web created in PHP format. CodeIgniter is open source and uses the base mode MVC, or Model View Controller, which is a modern concept model framework in use today. After we know the tools, now we can see the analysis and design. As we can see, in the use case, there are 3 roles used in this project. There are supervisor, technician, and customer. There are login in the middle of the use case. Next is Entity Relationship Diagram. There is 5 tables from this ERD, and that is customer, complaint, supervisor, technician, and role. Each table have attributes like ID, name, phone number, and the other. The following is an implementation of the interface used to design the appearance of the system being built. The first, login page. Second, registration. Third, home page. And next, complaint page. Next, edit profile. And last, role access page. The last, there are the conclusion from this material, and that is Water Complaint Service application for customer-based web and SMS gateway at PT Aitra Air Jakarta was built, and in it there are features that are capable manage and store data for giving the convenience to the customer. If you want to check out for the material, you can see in here. That's all from me. I'm Talitha Rizki. Thank you for your attention, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.